right, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone and citations to all Akim out there pushing the word of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash, in truth, and in sincerity, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash, brought to you all. All right, so we're the brothers from Great Millstone, Miami. I'm the brother lawyer, and with me.
Jeremiah.
And the title of this lesson is going to be "The Lord Has Brought Us a Long Way." Okay, pretty much going into, man, how the Lord took us from darkness, man, took us from this lost state that we were in. Okay, you know, being calling ourselves blacks and Hispanics, Native Americans, and you know, West Indians and Puerto Ricans and Haitians. Okay, or wherever our people be scattered. All right, even the ones that might have known that they were Israelites or believed they were Israelites before. All right, and has brought us back into this truth, man. Okay, because we were in darkness, we lived as Gentiles, we lived as heathens. All right, we did many of the all of the abominations, like it says in the scriptures, that the Lord told us not to do. Okay, but the Lord, through His mercy, according to His abundant mercy, has allowed us to know this truth in the latter days and to return and seek Him. Okay, to seek His face, man. All right, and giving us His name. All right, giving us our nationality back. Okay, giving us the understanding of who our Savior is, Yahushai. Okay, and is really changing us. Okay, He's actually changed our minds. He's changed our character, our behavior. All right, and we have been made new creatures. Okay, through the Spirit of power, Yahushai. So that's what we're gonna go into in this lesson, man. You know, just something to be mindful of, man. All right, you gotta thank Yahweh Shai for bringing us out of darkness, man, and bringing us into this ministry, and for making us who we are today through the Spirit, man. So, I mean, there's a bunch of precepts I got in my head, and we got some precepts lined up. So, I know we're gonna go into that, and Lord willing, this video is edifying.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, verse 1. The hand of Yahweh was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord.
Right.
And set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones.
Right. So this is a vision that Ezekiel is receiving from the Lord. Okay. Of a valley that was full of dry bones. All right. And this valley of dry bones represents the condition of the Lord's people, man. All right. And spiritually. Okay. And the chapter goes into it. All right, go ahead, bro.
Verse 2. And caused me to pass by them round about, and behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry. And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Yahweh, power, thou knowest. Again he said unto me, Prophesy upon these bones, and said to them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord Yahweh. Thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai unto these bones, Behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. And I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh. So I prophesied as I was commanded. And as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone. When I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came up upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them. Then said he unto me, Prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, Thus saith Yahweh power, come from the four winds, O breath, and breath upon these slain, that they may live. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood up upon their feet, an exceeding great army. Then he said unto me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Behold, they say, Our bones are dried, and our hope is lost. We are cut off for our parts.
Right. So the vision of the valley of dry bones represents the nation of Israel, man, and pretty much goes into how we were in a dead state. All right, we were destroyed mentally and physically as a people. All right, and the Lord, through His mercies, okay, through the Spirit, has brought us back to our nationality, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and specifically with the elect, has given us the breath, man. The Spirit of life has entered into us, man. Okay,
That's right.
and now we live. Now we're living in His sight, man. So this great awakening, what we call the great awakening. All right, this is a great miracle of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man, because we were lost as a people, man. Okay, especially over here in the Americas, man. Okay, totally gone. All right, but the Lord raised up His prophet Abba Bivens, okay, so that we return the heart of the fathers to the children, so that we might have this truth, man, so that we might have the name of the Heavenly Father and His Son's name, okay, so that we might have this doctrine, so that we might know who we are as a people, man. Okay, so this is a great miracle, a serious work that's taking place on the planet Earth, man.
Right.
All right, and this doctrine and this gospel that we're preaching is shaking the world, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is changing the world. This is unprecedented. Okay, this thing that we're part of is not a small thing, man. This is a big deal, man. All right, the words and the prophecies that we're speaking, man. All right, out there on the highways and byways, man. All right, and putting it up on YouTube and sharing it, and all of that stuff is changing the vibration of the planet Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and if you're in the spirit, you can feel it, man. Okay, go ahead, bro.
Verse 12. Therefore prophesy and say unto them, thus saith Yahweh power.
Could you read verse 11 again, Salaki?
Come, verse 11. Then he said unto me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Behold, they say, our bones are dried, and our hope is lost.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it says, the bones are the whole house of Israel, and they said our bone is dry, and our hope is lost, and we are cut off for our parts, man. Okay, so we were without hope. Okay, like it says in the book of Ephesians, chapter 2, man, without hope. All right, without the Most High in the world, man. Okay, strangers from the covenants of promise. Okay, so on and so forth. All right, but through Yahushai, okay, we have hope again, man. Our hope has been restored, man. Now we know who we are, man. Now we're not lost, like we were before, man. All right, because Yahushua came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. All right, and he died so that the seals, as is written in Revelation, might be on the book, might be loosed, man, so that we might receive the spirit and the understanding of these scriptures, man, and return back to the Heavenly Father, man. Okay, and it's all according to prophecy, man. Scriptures say in Deuteronomy chapter 30, all right, how when after the blessings and curses come upon us, we would call the curses to mind, man. All right, whithersoever the Lord had driven us, man, and we're going to return us to the Heavenly Father, and He's going to circumcise our minds, okay, to seek Him and to serve Him with all our heart, with all our mind, with all our soul, man. All right, and that's a sign that the Lord's getting ready. Not only that we're in the latter days, but the Lord's getting ready to come back and deliver His people, man. All right.
That's right. It says in verse 11, we are cut off for our parts. Therefore prophesy and say unto them, thus saith Yahweh power, behold, O my people, I will open your graves and cause you to come up out of your graves and bring you into the land of Israel.
Mm-hmm. And the Lord calls us to come up out of our graves, man. What were the graves? All right, our captivities, okay, being in this dead state that we're in. All right, these different philosophies that we were in, these different religions, okay, all right, worldviews.
Being lost.
Okay, we was dead. All right, we were in the grave, man, spiritually dead, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but the Lord said that He's caused us to come up out of our graves, man. All right, and He's gonna bring us into the land of Israel. Okay, go ahead, bro.
Verse 13, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh when I have opened your graves, O my people, and brought you up out of your graves, and shall put my spirit in you, and ye shall live, and I shall place you in your own land. Then shall ye know that I, Yahweh, have spoken it and performed it, saith Yahweh.
That's right. Okay, so the breath, that's the breath. The breath is the spirit, man. Okay, that's what the breath is, man. And I mean, even now, there's there are Israelites out there that don't got the breath. To be real, right? Really, the breath and the spirit is only being given to the elect.
Yep.
Okay, all right, and it's gonna only remain upon the elect, that remnant that the Lord is planning on saving, man. All right, so this video is really more so for brothers that are in this truth, following the correct doctrine. Okay, look how far the Lord has brought us, man.
Right.
Okay, we was black, we was African American, we was Hispanics and Haitians and Puerto Ricans, man. All right, living out like Americans or wherever the hell we are, man. You know, we got brothers in Europe, brothers in Australia, brothers in Hawaii, Alaska, Canada. All right, Africa. Okay, you got brothers in Asia, so on and so forth. You know, but nonetheless, man, look at where the Lord brought us from, man. We 6-7 years ago, I did not know I was an Israelite, man. Okay, I did not know that. You know, real talk, man. Think about it, man. That's the mercies of Yahweh Shemel Shai, man.
Yep.
Okay. And so right now, you know, the Lord, it says, and that he shall put his spirit in us, and we shall live, and he will place us in our own land, man. Okay, so the sign, this is a sign, man.
That's happening.
That's happening, man.
Yep.
That's happening. That goes to show you that the Lord is not going to leave us in captivity, man. All right, we ain't going to be here forever, man. All right. That's it on that, man. We could just, you know, go and get some other precepts. I got some precepts.
Precepts.
Yeah. I want to get Isaiah. Isaiah.
What that scripture seeking 10 times more?
That's in Baruch.
I'm being returned.
Yeah, I think that's Baruch chapter 4. I actually brought that out in a lesson not too long ago. Got you. Baruch 4 and 28. Yeah, you got it.
It's the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse
You can start 27.
27. Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto the Most High, for ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you.
So be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto the Most High, for you shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you. Which the fact that we have this truth, all right, that's a sign that the Lord is remembering us already. Okay, but okay, the Lord said that you shall be remembered, man. So the Lord hears our cries, he hears our prayers, man. Okay, that's why he tells us to take good comfort, man. Okay, and the Lord, the Lord's already showing that he with us, man. He already showing that he's with us and that he's dealing with us, man, and he plans on doing great things for us, man. The fact that he's brought us into this truth after we was being niggas in the world, man. Okay, all type of niggas and demons and abominable, you know, works in the world, man. All right, the Lord gave us his truth, man. Okay, so all we gotta do is maintain, man. That's the sign that the Lord's gonna continue to bless us, man. You know, Lord willing, if we maintain in the spirit, man, he gonna take us the hell up out of here, man. All right, when Yahweh comes back in the chariots, okay, and cracks them clouds, all right, we're gonna meet the Lord in the air. So shall we ever be with the Lord? All right, he's gonna come in the chariots, which is what the world ignorantly calls UFOs. All right, and he's gonna come in the clouds. He ain't gonna meet us as a man. All right, and that's to who it applies. Okay.
That's right.
All right.
That's right.
All right, he gonna come, he gonna take us, and he gonna beam us up off the ground into outer space, into the chariots. Yeah, okay, that's what we believe, that's what we teach.
That's our faith.
Okay, that's our faith. And we're gonna be looking down upon the planet Earth, getting pelted by nuclear missiles and chariot fire. Okay? All right, from all the places where the Lord has scattered his elect, and he gonna bring us, all right, back to the land of Israel after that place gets blown the hell away, okay?
That's right.
By the Russians and whatever other nations that the Lord got to put the work on that piece of shit over there. All right, the pieces of shit Amalekites, okay? All right, because land, you know, that's our holy land, you know. The people over there, fuck you know. Just have to throw that out there.
That's right, brother. Verse 28, for as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, so being returned, seek him 10 times more.
Right.
And we went astray, man. Start serving other idols, you know, being reckless, man. Sinning, you know. That goes into what, Hosea?
Yeah.
So he say, hey, you're not my people. But now, you know, we
We are the people.
yeah, a quick precept, Baruch chapter 2, verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves,
Mm-hmm.
and shall know that I am the Lord their God, for I will give them an heart and ears to hear,
Right.
and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name. So the Lord is bringing us a long way, man, and He has brought us a long way to the point we're not calling on Jesus no more. We're not calling on these false idols, but we're calling on Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, in captivity.
In captivity. God. And in that same chapter, it says that the Lord will cause us to return from our stiff neck, okay, and our hard hearts, man. All right, so that we could. Now we understand this truth, man. Before we didn't understand these scriptures, man. Okay, before we didn't understand the breakdowns and the histories and the parables, man. Okay, and the dark sayings and the prophecies. Okay, and we didn't understand the law. We was eating pork. Okay, going to church. All right, breaking all type of laws. And now the Lord has given us an heart, and ears to hear, man. Okay. This is Isaiah chapter 52, verse 1. It says, "Awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion. Put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem, the holy city." Okay, and is that talking about the actual city? No, it's a city. It's a people before it's a place, man. Because cities don't wear garments. Okay, you don't take a big piece of cloth and just throw it over a city.
Right.
Nah. It's talking about the people, man. Okay, and how are we being awakened? We've been awakened by this truth, man. Okay, and the beautiful garments are this truth, this knowledge, this understanding. For henceforth there shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean. All right, so the Lord's letting us know that in due time these heathens ain't gonna rule over us anymore. They're the uncircumcised and the unclean. Shake thyself from the dust. Arise and sit down, O Jerusalem. Loose thyself from the bands of thy neck, O captive daughter of Zion. For thus saith the Lord, ye have sold yourselves for naught, but ye shall be redeemed without money. Okay? So the Lord told us to shake ourselves from the dust. Okay? And the Lord has caused us to be shaken from the dust. All right? And to arise and sit down. That low state that we were in, man. Okay? All right? That low mental state that we were in, the Lord is causing us to break off the bands from our minds, man. Okay? Oh, captive daughter of Zion, man. All right, now we've been restored, man. Now we've been renewed in the spirit, man, to know our true value in the eyes of the Heavenly Father, man. Okay? Right. Before we just thought we was black or African or whatever, okay? And all we knew was the wound of slavery for the most part, okay? And that really actually had an effect on our mind, man. That actually had a stronghold on our mind. A lot of us were worshiping white Jesus, okay, or whatever the hell you was into, and whatever philosophies and beliefs that you had, all right, because there's a plethora of them.
Black culture.
Right? Black culture, okay, that's totally against the scriptures, all right, but the Lord has caused us to be loosed from that, man, okay, mentally, man. It's going to be made manifest physically, all right, when the Lord takes us the hell up out of here, man, okay. All right, and it says what, that ye sold yourselves for naught, okay, which means that we pretty much brought the captivity upon ourselves, okay, really to our own, destruction, all right, for no profit, no gain to us, but ye shall be redeemed without money, okay, which is by the blood of Yahushua, man, okay, all right, Yahushua coming back, he gonna deliver us, man, he gonna take us from this shithole, man, okay, excuse my French, all right. He ain't coming back to bargain with nobody for his,
Right.
All right. Yeah, that's a thought.
I'm gonna go with Isaiah.
Okay.
Break it down.
You got it.
If I may find it.
It's after Daniel.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 1, verse 9. Then said the Most High, call his name Lo Ami, for ye are not my people, and I will not be your power. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power.
Right. Okay. And this is the place ultimately where that prophecy was fulfilled, man.
Right.
This is the over here in this last captivity. All right, here in America, that's when the Valley of Dry Bones prophecy and this prophecy in Hosea was ultimately fulfilled, man. Okay. This is the place wherein it was said, "Ye are not my people," man. All right, and it's still being said now, man. That's what proves we Israelites, man. Ye are not my people, there shall it be said, ye are the children of the living power, man. That's proof right there, man. You freaking vocab Malones.
Right.
All right, and all you assholes out there, man. Okay?
Yep.
Y'all proving that we the Israelites right there, man. Okay? And you know, it's interesting, I always find interesting, man, as far as Christianity goes, these same people will say, the Israelites were scattered and they were lost and things of that nature.
Right.
Right? So how come we can't be any of the lost Israelites? How come it can't be us? It could be Amalek, it could be Moab, it could be anybody else, but it can't be a Negro, Latino, Native American. That's impossible.
They hate us, man.
Because they hate us, man. Yep. That's why, man.
Yep.
That's why, man. I done heard Christians say multiple times the Israelites have been scattered and whoop-de-woo and
right.
blah blah blah. Okay, come on. All right, but we can't be them. We can't be them lost ones.
Right.
It can't be a Negro, Latino, Native American. Period. Impossible.
Psalms 83.
Psalm 83, man.
Yep.
To cut Israel off from being a nation, man.
Yep.
So that the name of Israel be no more in remembrance, man. Fuck you devils, man.
Yep.
You damn demons, man. Okay?
Hey, if I may say, because them Jewish raps, they say they the chosen people. And nobody come up against them.
Right.
You know?
God. Now, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 1. It says, "Now concerning spiritual gifts, brethren, I would not have you ignorant. You know that you were Gentiles, carried away into dumb idols, even as you were led." Okay? So we became those Gentiles, and that's how. Okay? It's been a progressive process with the nation of Israel, man. Okay? And the last falling away that happened, all right, 70 AD and onward, all right, that was a time where we all fell away as a people. Before it was gradually, Babylon and Assyria, we were scattered, and during the time of the Judges, prior to that, and then the Persians, and then the Greeks, that was major, and then the Romans, and then 70 AD.
Right.
All right. Then this final captivity underneath Esau again, man. Okay. All right. So that's been fulfilled, man. Okay. We all became Gentiles, man. We all followed after these dumb idols, man. Where we were led, man, carried away, man. Okay, and that's according to the curses in Deuteronomy 28, man. All right, thou shalt be carried away to serve other gods, man. Wood and stone, man. The Lord shall scatter thee among all people, man. All right. That's the curses, man, that was fulfilled upon the Israelites, and we became Gentiles. Okay? All right, we lost who we were as a people, man. All right, we discontinued from our heritage. All right, but the Lord said that in the place it was said unto thee, right, you're not my people, there shall it be said unto them, you are my people, the sons of the living power, man. Okay? Now we're no longer Gentiles. Now we're no longer, these different bywords and proverbs,
Yeah, we're the children of Israel, man.
That's right.
Sons of the living power.
God, we're no longer doing the things that we were doing when we were in the world, man. And the Lord could have left us, man. If it wasn't according to His promise, He could have left us, man. He could have just left us out there, man. He could have left us out there to die, man. Okay? He could have, but the Lord is bound by His word. He's bound by His promise, man, that He made to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that He would never forsake their seed, man.
Right.
Okay? So, there. All right?
That's right. Got something?
Yeah, I was gonna get matter of fact, no, you got it.
Got Ephesians for you. This is Ephesians chapter 2, verse 1. And you hath he quickened who were dead in trespasses and sins, wherein in time past ye walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience,
Right.
among whom also we all had our conversation in times past, in the lust of our flesh fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind, and were by nature the children of wrath, even as others.
Right. So it's letting you know right there, man, that we were all in the world. Okay, we all did wickedness. We all walked after the lust of our flesh, fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind. We had our conversation in times past, but the Lord quickened us, man. Right, we were dead in trespasses and sins, man. Okay, you got it, bro.
It says, verse 4, but the Most High, who is rich in mercy, for his great love wherewith he loved us,
Yep.
even when we were dead in sins, hath quickened us together with Hamashiach. By grace ye are saved.
That's right, man. All right, so according to the Lord's mercy, the riches of his mercy and his great love wherewith he loved us. All right, even while we were dead in sin, so we were dead. Okay, we were them dry bones in the valley.
Right.
Right.
That's right.
Okay.
Dead.
Right. Dead. All right, but the Lord hath quickened us together with Yahweh Hamashiach. By grace ye are saved, man. All right, so it's because of the death and resurrection of Yahweh Shai that the Lord has allowed us grace, okay, to return unto him, man.
Right.
And to be delivered, man, and to quicken us by his spirit, man. Okay, so that we won't have to be condemned, all right, because of the works of our flesh, man.
Right.
Okay, because of our sins, man. So the water Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai.
That's right. And what Paul said, by the grace I am what I am.
Yep. That's right.
You know, it's up to it's the Lord, bro. It's not of us. It's Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And his mercy and his love, man. Yep, that's it.
Now you can keep going, bro.
I'll keep going. Okay. Verse 6, and hath raised us up together and made us sit together in heavenly places in the Mashiach Yahushai, that in the ages to come he might shew the exceeding riches of his grace and his kindness toward us through Hamashiach Yahushai.
Right, so the Lord gave us his spirit, and because of that, we are joint heirs with Yahushai, man. Okay? Joint heirs with Yahushai Hamashiach, man. Alright, we got treasures in heaven, man. Alright, we got a kingdom waiting for us to be made manifested on the earth. Alright? And it says that in the ages to come, he might shew the exceeding riches of his grace and his kindness towards us through Yahushua HaMashiach. So that lets you know about reincarnation too, man. All right, how the Lord was going to bring us back to him, okay? Because that great falling away came, all right? But just the same way the men got it back then and believed in Yahushua back then, that same remnant that was back then is coming back today, all right, to believe in Yahushua, man.
Right.
Okay, everybody's coming back in their lot, man. All right, so that the righteous may be rewarded, and then the wicked gonna get destroyed. Okay, so those that had it back then, those that the Lord had mercy and spared back then, is the same ones that he's doing now.
That's right.
Okay, all right, so that we might inherit the kingdom, man. Okay, go ahead, bro.
Verse 9, not of works, lest any man should boast, for we are his workmanship, created in Hamashiach Yahushua to good works, which the Most High hath before ordained that we should walk in them.
Right. Okay. So this is all about the grace of the Heavenly Father through faith, man. All right. That's how this is taking place, man. Okay. And it says, not of works, lest any man should boast, for we are his workmanship, created in Yahushua HaMashiach unto good works, man. Okay. So the things that we're doing in the spirit, man, this is of the Lord's, man. This is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed, man. Okay. The scriptures say, I'm the Lord, I change not, therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. All right, so the water Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. This is not a thing of boasting. Okay, this is not a thing of pride, man. All right, this is of the Lord's mercies, man.
Right.
Okay. All right, and it was already ordained. Okay, which means pre-prepared that we should walk in them, man. Okay, that's why we go out there and do the work, man. All right, that's why we go out there and preach. This is why we put up these videos and do these sit downs and these lessons, man. This is why we show charity to the brethren.
Yep.
All right, this is why you forgive your brother. This is why you do all those things, man. Because the Lord ordained it that it should be so, man.
Right.
All right, and you read it in the prophets and you know in the Old Testament, all that stuff, man. I'm gonna bring you back, and you're gonna return unto me. You're gonna seek my face, you know, so on and so forth, man. I'm gonna cast you off, but I'm gonna bring you back, and you're gonna do this, and that. All right. So it was already predestinated. The Lord already said that this was gonna happen, man. This ain't coincidence, man. Okay. That's it on that, bro. I got a precept in Isaiah, man.
So,
Isaiah 44. Isaiah 44, one of my favorites, man. Okay, Isaiah 44 and 1, it says, "Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen. Thus saith the Lord that made thee and formed thee from the womb, which will help thee. Fear not, O Jacob, my servant, and thou Jeshurun, whom I have chosen. For I will pour water upon him that is thirsty, and floods upon the dry ground. I will pour my spirit upon thy seed, and my blessing upon thine offspring. And they shall spring up as among the grass, and as willows by the water's courses." Okay, so the Lord said that He was going to pour His Spirit upon us, man. Okay, all right. He was going to pour His Spirit upon us as water, man. All right, as floods upon the dry ground, man, upon those that are thirsty, man. Okay, and there's only certain people that are thirsty for the Lord, man.
right.
Okay, that's why Yahweh Shai says, "Ho, everyone that thirsteth, man, come and buy and drink, man."
I was thinking about that.
You know.
Yeah.
And that's why you see brothers waking up all over the globe, man. Okay, this is why you see this happening, man. This great awakening, man. It's prophesied in the scriptures, man. One shall say, "I am the Lord's." All right, and what's the Lord's name? Yahweh. Okay, and another shall subscribe or shall call himself by the name of Jacob, and another shall subscribe with his hand unto the Lord and surname himself by the name of Israel.
Right.
All right. So, which means that before we were dry bones.
Yep.
The floods upon the dry ground, right?
Right.
Okay. But the Lord poured His water. He poured His Spirit. He put the breath in us.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Before we wasn't calling ourselves Israelites.
No.
All right. The sons of Jacob. But now we are, man. That's why it says one shall subscribe with his
That's right.
hand.
That's right.
All right. Before we didn't know the name of the Heavenly Father. Now we call
Now
him
we
upon.
know.
See?
We were once blind, but now we see.
Exactly, man.
That's amazing grace.
That's amazing grace right there, the true amazing grace.
Right.
Okay. You get you got that first.
Yeah, First Peter.
On the same way,
It's First Peter chapter 2, verse 9. "But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should shew forth the praises of Him who hath called you out of darkness into His marvelous light."
Yeah.
And that chosen generation, that royal priesthood, that holy nation is the children of Israel,
Right.
The Israelites, man.
God.
And it says what?
Well, that's first and foremost dealing with the elect, man.
Mhm.
All right. So the fact that we have this truth and we call upon the name of Yahweh Hashem Shai, Lord willing, we may be very well part of the elect, man.
Right.
Right. If we continue in this same spirit, man. Okay. But this goes to show you that Peter is talking to Israelites in this lesson, man.
Yep.
All right. In this letter, in this epistle.